What if someone told you that you could drop a drastic amount of weight while you continue to eat all your favourite foods and not exercise? As the saying goes, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. And that can be said of diabulimia, an eating disorder that affects people with type 1 diabetes. It's easy. Instead of following a strict food and insulin regime, people with type 1 diabetes can abandon their routine, eat what they like, forget about their insulin, and lose weight fast. What most people don't realise is that it's rife with danger. One person who is resurfacing from this eating disorder is 23-year-old Teagan Fraser. Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at age 17, she said the condition made a significant change to her lifestyle, which soon became overwhelming.
It was quite hard to kind of change my lifestyle. I think I was more of a robot at the start and kind of just did what everyone told me to do and didn't really, didn't think about it too much. And then I suppose after about 3 or 4 months, it really kind of hit me and I just thought, I don't want to do this, why me kind of thing. So, yeah, it was just hard, you want to be like all your other friends at that age kind of thing, and everyone's going out and you're just kind of second-guessing everything.
After just 3 months of injecting insulin before her meals, which too had changed following the diagnosis, Teagan said it got all too much and she began to revert to her old lifestyle.
After kind of 3 or 4 months of just, going by all the rules, I kind of just went back to my old habits and just didn't really take on board that I had diabetes. I just went back to, eating what I was eating before.
But what was an innocent decision by Teagan, who was frustrated with the regimen and planning that came with her condition, soon developed into a serious eating disorder that would consume the next 5 years of her life.
I did develop an eating disorder from it all, and it just, I wouldn't take my insulin and just eating sugary foods and things like that. I was just tired all the time. I was always sick, and I wasn't myself anymore. I wasn't the same bubbly person. I was just too tired to have a conversation, too tired to do anything.
Teagan dropped over 20 kilos over the course of those 5 years, at one stage weighing as low as 44 kilograms. But it was only at the start of this year that Teagan realised just how great a risk she was putting herself under. People with type 1 diabetes rely on insulin to live. Most inject themselves with insulin before each meal in order to break down the sugars to provide the cells with energy and nourishment. Those who choose to manipulate or restrict their insulin intake, however, have the situation where the body begins to eat away at its own fat stores and muscle, while the nutrients from the food goes unabsorbed. At this stage, the blood sugars rise to a state of hypoglycemia. Diabetes Australia's Type 1 and Community Program Manager, Renza Scabella, says the long-term consequences of someone keeping a high blood sugar is critical.
Well, if people are running their blood sugars high for quite some time, there are a number of different things that could happen. We know that by trying to keep your blood sugar levels in target as much as possible, you're more likely to reduce the risk of long-term complications. So the long-term complications of diabetes are things like heart attack and strokes, blindness or diabetic retinopathy, kidney damage and amputation. So these are the complications of diabetes. We know that a way to minimise those risks is to keep your blood sugar within target.
Ms Scabella says that Diabetes Australia is there for people who are struggling with their condition, with an online support group along with age-specific programs and camps set up for people with type 1 diabetes.
Peer support is also really, really critical. It's very easy to feel like you're the only person who is going through that, experiencing what you're experiencing. I would really urge people to contact Diabetes Australia because we can help you and put you in touch with some other people in the same age group, and hopefully that will make you feel less isolated, and it might also give you some ideas about ways to manage and to cope as well.
Teagan says that support is important, and since reaching out, she's begun to make a healthy recovery.
Basically just reach out to someone, reach out to your family, reach out to a psychologist, reach out to friends, because, once it just makes it so much easier, having, someone supporting you, and it is, it's a mental kind of thing and you do need help with it.
If this story has affected you in any way or you'd like support for your condition, call Diabetes Australia's helpline on 1300 136 588 or the Butterfly Foundation on 1800 334 673.